Hey there, fabulous folks, and welcome back to Health Compass, your trusty guide to navigating the vibrant journey of health, especially as we gain more wisdom and experience. I'm your host, and I'm thrilled you're tuning in. Now, let me ask you something a little offbeat. When you think of dementia, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Forgetting keys? Names? Where you parked the car? Yeah, we've all been there, dementia or not. But what if I told you that some of dementia's earliest whispers have nothing to do with memory at first? What if the signs are hiding in plain sight, in ways you'd never expect? Here's a mind bender for you. Over 55 million people worldwide are living with dementia, and experts believe the condition can start developing in the brain decades before the more obvious symptoms, like significant memory loss, make a grand entrance. It's like a super slow-motion surprise party that nobody actually asked for. And let's be real, sometimes, as we get older, we notice little changes. Maybe you're feeling a bit more wobbly than usual, or perhaps your get up and go has got up and left. It's easy to brush these things off as just getting older. But what if they're subtle clues your body is trying to give you? Understanding these early signals isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. So, today, we're playing detective. We're going to uncover 6 often overlooked early warning signs of dementia. Knowing these can be a game changer, empowering you to seek support sooner, make lifestyle adjustments, and ultimately, take better control of your brain health. This isn't about scaring you, it's about equipping you. Knowledge is power, right? And hey, speaking of power, if you're ready to become a brain health detective with me, go ahead and give that like button a friendly tap. It really helps Health Compass reach more amazing people like you. And why not share this with someone you care about? Let's spread the knowledge. Have you ever worried about these subtle signs? Let me know in the comments below. So, why is spotting these early signs so crucial, especially as we age? Well, dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, is a progressive neurological disorder. That means it worsens over time. Think of it like a tiny snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but if left unchecked, it can gather momentum and size. The thing is, the brain is incredibly resilient, but certain changes associated with dementia can begin subtly. By the time memory loss becomes a major issue, other underlying changes might have been happening for a while. The main problem we're tackling today is that these early, non-memory-related symptoms are often misunderstood or dismissed. This delay in recognition can mean a delay in accessing valuable support, therapies, and lifestyle strategies that can significantly improve quality of life and potentially slow progression. Imagine someone like, let's say, Arthur, a vibrant 70-year-old who started having a bit more trouble with his balance and seemed less interested in his weekly bridge club. His family just thought he was getting a bit creaky. But these could have been very early clues. If they'd known what to look for, they might have sought advice sooner, leading to earlier support for Arthur. That's the power we're unlocking today. Alright, let's dive into our detective work. We're looking for clues, those subtle shifts that might warrant a closer look. Remember, one sign in isolation might not mean much, but a pattern or a combination is worth discussing with a healthcare professional. We're going to explore these signs one by one. Think of this as your early alert system. Sign number 1, the wobble and weave, subtle gait and posture changes. First up, let's talk about how you move. We're not talking about suddenly needing a walker overnight, but rather modest, almost unnoticeable changes in gait. That's your manner of walking, your balance, coordination, and even your posture. Your brain is the command center for movement. It coordinates balance, ensures your steps are smooth, and helps you stand tall. When neurological changes, like those in early dementia, begin, they can subtly affect these motor control pathways. It's not just your joints, it's your brain signaling differently. This might look like shorter steps, taking smaller, more hesitant steps than usual. Dragging feet, a slight shuffle or not lifting the feet as high. Balance issues, maybe more frequent stumbles, or a new difficulty navigating familiar spaces without occasionally bumping into things. Coordination hiccups, trouble with tasks that require fine motor skills, like buttoning a shirt or even using utensils smoothly. Sometimes, you might notice difficulty judging distances, like when pouring a drink. Posture shifts, a new tendency to slump or tilt to one side. Pay attention if these changes are new and persistent, not just an off day. If you or a loved one seems to be navigating the world with a bit more caution or clumsiness than before, it's worth noting. Are they avoiding stairs they used to take easily? That could be a clue. Have you ever noticed subtle changes in your own or a loved one's walk or balance that made you pause and wonder? Share your observations in the comments, you might help someone else recognize a pattern. Sign number 2, sensory surprises, when senses go awry. Our senses are our windows to the world, right? But dementia doesn't just play tricks on memory, it can also mess with how the brain interprets sensory information. The brain processes everything we see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. Degeneration in certain brain areas can impair the ability to accurately perceive or interpret these signals. This might look like smell and taste changes. One of the most well-documented early sensory signs, particularly in Alzheimer's, is a reduced ability to detect smells. This can also impact taste and enjoyment of food. Maybe food suddenly seems bland. Depth perception and spatial awareness, misjudging distances, like when reaching for an object, pouring liquids, or navigating stairs, can become more common. They might seem clumsier, frequently bumping into furniture or door frames, or feeling disoriented in busy places. Hearing difficulties, beyond normal age-related loss, increased sensitivity to loud noises, or new difficulty distinguishing voices in a noisy environment. Importantly, studies show a significant link between untreated hearing loss in midlife and a higher risk of dementia. The brain works harder to process sound, causing cognitive strain. If someone suddenly loses interest in their favorite meals, or if they seem easily overwhelmed in visually or auditorily busy environments, these could be subtle flags. And please, get your hearing checked regularly. It's a bigger deal for brain health than many realize. This is a fascinating one. Have you ever heard about sensory changes being linked to brain health in this way? What are your thoughts? Sign number 3, the grip that slips, mysterious muscle weakness. Now, this one might surprise you. We often separate physical strength from brain health, but there's a connection. Research has shown a link between reduced grip strength in older adults and a higher risk of developing dementia later in life. While the exact mechanisms are still being studied, it's thought to be related to overall physical frailty, which can accelerate cognitive decline, possibly due to reduced physical activity and its brain protective benefits. This might look like weakened grip, a noticeable decrease in the ability to hold objects firmly, open jars, or carry groceries. General frailty, if arm or leg weakness leads to less physical activity, this can create a cycle where cognitive abilities decline more rapidly. This isn't about not being a bodybuilder, it's about a change from their usual strength. While some strength loss with age is normal, a significant or rapid decline in grip strength, especially if it impacts daily activities, is worth mentioning to a doctor. Regular physical activity, including strength training, even with light weights or resistance bands, is protective for both body and brain. Does the link between muscle strength and brain health surprise you? Have you incorporated any strength exercises into your routine? I'd love to hear what works for you. Sign number 4, sleep goes haywire, nighttime riddles. Sleep. That glorious state of rest. But what happens when it goes off the rails? Significant changes in sleep patterns can be both a symptom and, sometimes, a contributor to cognitive issues. Sleep is when our brain does its housekeeping, clearing out toxins. Chronic sleep disturbances can disrupt these vital processes and contribute to inflammation. Some types of dementia are specifically linked to certain sleep disorders. This might look like insomnia or interrupted sleep, new or worsening trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early and not feeling rested. Excessive daytime sleepiness, feeling overwhelmingly tired during the day, even with what seems like enough nighttime sleep, or a new, persistent need for frequent naps. Restless movements or acting out dreams, conditions like REM sleep behavior disorder, where individuals might talk, punch, or kick during sleep as if acting out their dreams, have been linked to certain types of dementia like Lewy body dementia. Frequent, vivid, or distressing nightmares can also be a sign. While many older adults experience some changes in sleep, persistent and disruptive sleep problems aren't a normal part of aging that you just have to accept. If sleep issues are impacting daily life, it's crucial to discuss them with a doctor. Sleep is so vital. What are your go-to tips for a good night's sleep? Let's share some wisdom in the comments. Sign number 5, losing that spark, apathy and social retreat. This one is about emotional and social changes. Apathy, which is a lack of interest or enthusiasm, can be one of the earliest emotional signs of dementia. Dementia can affect the brain's ability to regulate emotions and social behavior. This isn't just being moody or depressed, though it can sometimes be mistaken for it. With dementia-related apathy, the disinterest is often persistent and not necessarily tied to specific sad events. This might look like loss of interest, becoming disinterested in hobbies, activities, or work that they once enjoyed. Social withdrawal, avoiding social gatherings, participating less in conversations, or seeming emotionally flat, showing less response to happy or sad news. Lack of motivation, a reduced drive to initiate tasks or engage in daily routines. While everyone has moments of feeling unmotivated, a sustained and significant change in someone's usual level of engagement and enthusiasm is a key indicator. If your social butterfly friend suddenly prefers to stay in their cocoon all the time, it's worth a gentle conversation and perhaps a professional check-in. It can be hard to distinguish apathy from other mood changes. Have you ever encountered this or had to support someone through it? Your insights could be really helpful. Sign number 6, word tangles, the struggle to communicate. Finally, let's talk about language. Difficulty with words, sometimes called aphasia, can be an early indicator, even before memory issues become very pronounced. Language processing is a complex brain function. Dementia can damage the areas of the brain responsible for understanding, retrieving, and using words correctly. This might look like word-finding difficulty, frequently struggling to find the right word, leading to noticeable pauses or using vague terms like thingamajig for common objects. Using wrong words, substituting incorrect words that might sound similar or be related in meaning, e.g., saying table instead of chair, or shirt instead of jacket. Trouble following conversations, difficulty keeping up with conversations, especially in groups or with background noise. Repeating words/phrases, unknowingly repeating the same words or stories within a short time frame. Forgetting familiar names, even names of close friends or family members. We all have tip-of-the-tongue moments. But if these language struggles are frequent, frustrating, and interfere with communication, it's more than just a normal blip. Sometimes, these issues can appear years before a formal dementia diagnosis. Have you ever noticed these kinds of language difficulties in someone, or perhaps even experienced them yourself to a lesser degree? How do you cope with those word-finding moments? Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? Let's quickly recap those 6 sneaky early warning signs of dementia we discussed. 1. Subtle gait and posture changes, the wobbles and weaves. 2. Sensory surprises, when senses like smell, taste, or spatial awareness go a bit haywire. 3. The grip that slips, unexpected muscle weakness. 4. Sleep goes haywire, persistent and disruptive sleep problems. 5. Losing that spark, apathy and social withdrawal. 6. Word tangles, increasing difficulty finding or using the right words. It's not about panicking over every little stumble or forgotten word. It's about noticing patterns of new and persistent changes. Think of it as building a picture. One or two isolated incidents might be nothing, but if several of these signs start appearing together and impacting daily life, that's when your maybe I should get this checked out alarm should sound. If you have concerns, perhaps start by just mindfully observing. Are these changes consistent? Are they affecting quality of life or safety? Keep a gentle, informal log if it helps. The most important takeaway is this: if you recognize several of these signs in yourself or a loved one, please don't ignore them. The first and best step is to consult a doctor or a healthcare professional. They can help determine what's going on, rule out other treatable conditions, like vitamin deficiencies, thyroid issues, or medication side effects that can mimic dementia symptoms, and provide guidance. Early detection can open doors to support, interventions, and strategies that can make a real difference. This can be a tough topic, I know. But remember, you're not alone. Here at Health Compass, we believe in facing these things with knowledge, courage, and a supportive community. I'm really curious, which of these 6 signs surprised you the most to learn about as a potential early indicator of dementia? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and experiences are so valuable to our Health Compass community. And if you found this information helpful, please share this video with your friends, your family, your parents, anyone you think might benefit. Spreading awareness is a powerful act of care. Give it a thumbs up if it resonated with you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Here at Health Compass, we've got so much more to share to help you live your healthiest, happiest life. For instance, next week, I'll be sharing 5 simple lifestyle tweaks that research suggests can significantly boost your brain health and potentially reduce dementia risk. You won't want to miss that. Thank you so much for joining me on Health Compass today. Remember, take care of that amazing brain of yours. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay vibrant. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.